nom. Nom, 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 nom.
Well,
Toast and tuna.
welcome to the eating food show.
Oh. Nom, nom.
Okay,
Nom.
stop. It's disgusting.
Nom.
I'm
Nom.
Elliot, and that's
Nom.
Scott. Okay, so we're gonna do more more
Okay, what?
commentary. I
No.
can't stop. I can't
No.
stop eating these.
No. No.
Mm.
Why isn't the video posted on your channel yet? Oh, there it is.
It is your fucking tube.
You fucking dope.
So I haven't actually told Scott what we're watching. Shall I press play?
Hold on, I'm not screen sharing. Hold on.
Tick follows, talk follows, tick follows, talk follows, tick follows, talk follows, tick follows.
That's gonna drive me crazy. Stop it.
Well, hurry up.
No.
You love pissing me off.
All right, here we go. Pray it.
Rick Benjamin. I was at this race. I was here. I was here.
That's awesome, man. I fucking love these trucks, man.
So you said trophy trucks, and I thought, well, how about some completely different
Stadium trucks.
on a street course?
Stadium trucks on a street course.
What they do is during the weekend of the IndyCar race, they put some jumps on this track. And yeah. Oh, I love the sound of these.
Man, I make the fucking best tuna salad ever. I just do.
This is practice.
Man, I want one of those so much. I can't even. Out of all of the motor vehicles I've watched racing, the one I want to own the most is a trophy truck.
This is like a mini trophy truck.
Yeah. It's so crazy that there's an alt rock band called Live, and I see their emblem everywhere. Like, I just see it everywhere, posted on anything.
Why?
It's sponsored by them, I guess.
I mean,
it's weird too because it's not like they were a mega popular band.
No.
They had some big songs, but I don't know, man. It's bizarre. Damn, that's crazy when these things wipe out.
Robbie Gordon? You should know who Robbie Gordon is.
I know the name. I'm not that familiar with him.
Well, okay. Sports cars, off-road trucks, IndyCar, and NASCAR. What do they all have in common? Robbie Gordon has raced in them.
Robbie Gordon. He just goes for it, huh?
Yep, and he's won in everything he's raced in. Okay, I think there are commercials in this. I tried to find one without commercials, but
you know what it's going to take for me to get into racing like you are? If I start collecting cards, like trading cards of racing, then I'll get into it.
They have some for NASCAR.
There's something
I
about
had
that.
some.
I'm sure they have some for everything.
Oh God, I hate this
The
commercial just because
commercial.
it's. I hate this commercial just because it's so omnipresent. It's everywhere.
Any challenge. I want one of these though. I would love to have an off-road RC car, dude. That'd be so much fun.
I do have one actually. Nitro.
Traxxas.
Nitro. No, not Traxxas.
All
This
right.
is a Nitro truck.
You have a nitro. I'd take
Yeah.
a lithium-ion one. I don't care.
Yeah, you say that until you actually hear the nitro powered cars. And then you'll I mean, I like electric, but oh.
I like this commercial. They show how they tear down a stadium truck and put it back together.
Mm-hmm.
Toyo tires.
Toyo tires.
Yokohama tires. That's the coolest tire name ever. Yokohama.
Yokohama.
I like that too, though.
This is uploaded by the actual series, so somehow they just didn't edit out the commercials.
We're gonna get a strike. That's awesome. But as long as you don't try to put ads on your video, then it shouldn't matter, right?
Why would you want a Fiat 500?
You tell me.
Why would you want a Fiat 500?
Is it good on gas?
Yeah, but it's sort of soul crushing.
Why?
I love it when there's some off-brand. Have you ever watched something like kind of off-brand and weird on TV, and like the weird commercials come on that like no one would ever like take,
Like avocados from Mexico?
or tractors, or
Tractor
tractors.
commercials would interest me, actually.
Really?
I like tractors. Yeah,
I
I
love
like it. I like tractors.
I love tractors.
I like
I'm just
trains
saying,
too.
I love train, but I'm just saying, I love it when those commercials come on when I'm watching some like race that isn't necessarily mainstream.
Right. I guess a bunch of farmers like fucking racing.
Yeah, if I could choose anyone's voice to have, I'd have this guy's.
A 3-race weekend.
Come on, he has a great voice.
Everything as sounds eventful.
What happened?
Everything he says sounds eventful.
Doesn't it though? It's funny because I always thought he had a great newscaster voice. Turned out he was a newscaster.
There's that cadence.
Yep.
And he's up on 2 wheels again, and he's over. That cadence.
Yeah.
Man, these things are wobbly. Woo!
And I love that they're racing on street circuits, not just on off-road track, because they're not meant for this.
They're driving on the street like this.
Because they're not meant for this.
They want to flip. They want to flip in the most simple of turns. Like, seriously, that's horrifying. They're up on 2 wheels, like, all the way through these turns.
We see these every year at Long Beach. They're showing highlights from
That
the
guy's
earlier.
axle is completely bent.
What?
Yeah, his front suspension is completely broken, and he's trying to keep going. Yeah, he needs to get out of the race. Insane racing right here, man. This is for crazy people.
I mean, so the first year they raced in stadiums, like actual stadiums, like how Supercross does.
Yeah.
But then Robbie Gordon, because it's easier to race on street circuits on, say, an IndyCar or V8 Supercar weekend than having a stadium and having to be in charge of dirt and things like that. They still race on dirt every now and then, but honestly, I think these racing at tracks that weren't meant for this series
makes it interesting. That's for sure. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, so Long Beach, you know what Indy cars are.
Dangerous. Yeah.
So you see Indy cars and sports cars, and then these things come out. You know,
Completely different.
and now something.
Absolutely 100% different.
Yeah.
Like, just look at these things. They want to fall over. They
And
just
the
want
funny
to turn
thing
over.
is, like, IndyCar drivers race in these.
I imagine how much fun that would be for them. Like
EJ
a
Vizo
break.
is a former IndyCar driver.
Dude, I'd be just ecstatic just to take one over a ramp. I'd ramp and then get out of the race. Bye. I'd be happy.
Keegan Kincaid, he's an
I'd take a,
off-road. So there's an odd mix in these series of off-roaders and road circuit racers, like sports car and IndyCar racers.
it's pretty much even then.
Pretty much. I mean, because Keegan Kincaid is an off-road racer, but then
Nobody
there's
gets
people.
an advantage here because the off-road guys aren't used to the pavement like this, and the pavement guys aren't used to driving such a wobbly fucking thing.
Well, don't count on Robbie Gordon. Don't count out Robbie Gordon. He's both.
Just constantly on three wheels. Constantly.
Sheldon
like even
Creed,
on the straights, these things want to turn like wobble. It's crazy.
Exactly. I thought it would be a really boring idea, these things at Long Beach or whatever, but Sheldon Creed is when he's not doing this, he's racing NASCAR. How different, you know?
Right.
Matt Mingay from Australia. He was really injured later this year. This is from 2015 because this is the most complete race I could find of them at Long Beach. I chose Long Beach because
things so much.
I chose Long Beach because I was there. It's an hour broadcast for a 20-minute race, so they're showing highlights and stuff, but I don't really care.
Cool.
I don't think you do.
I don't care.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is. I just like looking at these machines, too. I mean...
Nathan Preddy, ex-Australian touring car driver. EJ Vizo, the former IndyCar driver. It's kind of amazes me that these people... So it's basically a ride and drive. These guys don't own the trucks. Robbie Gordon owns these trucks. But they all have sponsorship.
Nice.
I think it was 2015 where I think 10 of these trucks were stopped because of
so much air
coming from Australia to Long Beach because of the there was a strike in the ship dock workers. So 10 of these trucks were just kind of stuck out there in the ocean.
This dude's hood is broken and it's up against his window right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's still going full clip.
Yeah.
Woo, the Traxxas truck is over.
That's Sheldon Creed.
Up, he's going. Full clip still. Nothing broke. That's awesome, man. That's why I love Baja Trophy Stadium. Fucking beast.
Even sprint cars. I mean, not every flip in sprint cars means you're out of it.
He did a hang loose sign after he got right side up.
Speed Energy. Speed Energy is a place, a drink that I can only get when the super trucks are racing.
Keegan Kincaid sounds really familiar.
We saw him racing off-road a couple of years ago. Off-road trucks. I think he won every race that we saw when we watched off-road. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a gasket commercial.
Cometic gasket.
Thank
so
you.
If you need racing gaskets, Okay, isn't it about time we don't allow pedestrians to stand on the fucking road at rally events? Like seriously,
Yeah.
like seriously.
I still love the Robin Miller story about when he was working for Jim Hurtubise, who was an Indy 500 driver, and Hurtubise asked Robin Miller to go get gaskets. Miller's a journalist, but he fancied himself a mechanic at the time. Now Robin didn't know what the first thing gaskets were, so he throws this box of paper stuff on the ground. Herc, I can't find the gaskets. What do you think you just threw on the ground, you moron?
He had
He
to
knew
peel the gaskets off the paper.
no, those are what gaskets are. I mean, he didn't know what gaskets were. He thought they were metal.
Yeah, so they're made of paper.
Well, not really paper, but paper-like quality.
Thought they were kind of like a mixture between like some of them I've seen will have like an aluminum lip inside them, like a foam.
Sometime, but also this was 1968, so. But my point is that he didn't know what gaskets were, and he knew as much about mechanics as you do.
Right, man. I got a buddy, the guy who got me into Tai Chi. He also works on his own car and shit. So I'll be learning a little bit more.
This is how an engine works.
Basically, yeah. It's something easy to grasp when you just look down at an engine, but when you get close to the engine and you look at everything that's attached to it and the symphony of things that have to go just right so that it runs correctly, that's when shit gets complicated.
Witchcraft.
Yes. It's witchcraft, man. Like, to me it is, because I don't get all of it.
Yes, Scott, diagnose yourself.
I need to go to the children's hospital. That could be taken a number of different ways.
I've always wondered about the children's hospital. I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a children's hospital. Do you? I want to go to a hospital that's staffed by adults.
Yeah, I mean, why are we letting children run hospitals? I mean,
okay, more highlights. This is the St. Petersburg street circuit. This is supporting Indy cars. So this circuit, Indy cars race on minus the jumps. Although maybe they should leave the jumps on for Indy cars.
Shouldn't there be Indy trucks? Like, bring these guys to the 500?
They did bring the guy to the 500, actually. 1 year, yes.
Did they really?
Yeah,
awesome.
On the Friday.
Well, shit, dude. What I need to do is try to get tickets now for that whole weekend, and also request off and just get a hotel room and just check out all the shit.
Not to interrupt, but you're going to see at Long Beach, it's a really rough street course, okay? And these trucks don't mind, but just imagine how rough the course, not this course, it's coming up later, but Indy cars on a rough street. I've seen them go airborne.
That's crazy. Man, these guys are just absolutely killing these trucks. I mean,
see, I think they should keep the jumps on whenever they do the Indy cars.
Guys are going, it looks like every bit of 120, 130.
Yeah.
And in these things, that is freaking
scary. On. They should leave the jumps on when they do the Indy cars.
What they should do is attach, like there's a ramp. They should attach a rocket and wings that come out, and you have to fly during sections.
Did you see the crash I sent you where
drive again?
Where the guy in the car hit a steeple jump that wasn't like off the track because it was a combination like horse track and road course, and the guy actually hit one of the steeple jumps.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'll have to show you that. Burt Jenner.
Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon Creed. He's a good driver.
Vizo. Is that how you say his
EJ.
name?
EJ.
EJ.
His real name is Ernesto. Robbie Gordon, whoever the hell that is.
Sheldon Creed and Robbie are tied after 4 rounds.
Damn.
There was another tie for 5th, I think.
Scotty Steele.
Scotty doesn't know. I hate that joke so much.
I hate that song. How
Not
dare
more
you
than I
put
do.
pop punk in my head?
Dude, I was tormented with those jokes
Who
growing
did
up.
that song? Was that Sum 41?
I don't fucking know, man. I hated it.
Horrible. Horrible. Look at those trucks.
There's another live truck. What the fuck, man? That's so random.
It's Burt Jenner. That's Bruce Jenner's kid, or whatever the hell he's calling himself these days.
That's got to be a joke.
What?
That it's Bruce Jenner's.
Well, he is.
Wow.
Apparently, he's a race fan.
Are we talking about Caitlyn Jenner?
Bruce Jenner.
I know,
Yes.
but same person?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He
His
used to
son
be a
raced-
motorsports pit reporter for about 5-6 years, actually. In the early 80s.
God, these things are so fucking awesome.
A lot of contact. It's full contact motorsport.
This is one race type of racing where contact doesn't offend me in the slightest.
See, it doesn't offend me. It depends on what contact it is.
I guess there is a difference between racing contact and hitting somebody on purpose.
Yeah, but I mean, this you can't really avoid it, especially on this narrow street course.
Oh shit! 2 trucks mounted each other. Yeah, he got off. I liked that he did not give up on trying to get that truck off of him.
Nope.
And as soon as the truck fell off of him, he fucking hit the gas again. Even though he was in like 4th or 5th.
Yep, as he should.
See, I love that kind of little shit about sports. Those little stories like that. That's my favorite part about any kind of sport I watch.
Yeah. I don't really know if it's race car driving. It's more race truck crashing. Just saying.
So Sheldon Creed, he's looking good. I mean, you got Robbie Gordon right on your heels, though.
Yep. Okay, so now it's actually the Long Beach race. I don't actually remember who all raced in this race.
And there's some great camera shots going on right now.
Camera shots.
They got cameras all over these things.
So yeah, I always thought it was funny that it's called Stadium Super Trucks, and yet they haven't raced in stadium since the first year. But hey, you know, it works for them.
I'd just call them indie trucks. That's what I'd call them. They need to rebrand that.
Well, it was supposed to be based on Mickey Thompson's stadium truck racing, which was basically he had a vision to take off road trucks to the masses because he was like, this is really exciting racing, but no one's watching it. You know what I
It
mean?
is
So
exciting.
he put them in stadiums and there's the whole short course thing, and that was what Robbie Gordon was trying to do. But like I said, it's easier just to do street racing. But I think street racing is even more impressive than say a stadium because these trucks are not made for what they're doing.
Right.
They're not made for an IndyCar track.
They're
Pretty
made to
much.
go around dirt and jump. That's what they're
Yeah,
made for.
this is a 1.9 mile 11 turn street course that IndyCar races on with
Yeah,
some jumps in.
if they're gonna tour with Indy cars, they should just call them Indy trucks
They tour with IndyCars and the Australian supercars.
or
So
super trucks. Call them super trucks then.
they do actually. They're called stadium super trucks.
Just get rid of the stadium part then. That's all you got to do.
Eh.
Super trucks.
That was a NASCAR. The truck series was originally called the NASCAR Super Truck Series, presented by Craftsman.
Craftsman. What a cool fucking sponsor.
World of Outlaws now is Craftsman. Apparently, someone's going to buy them.
Good
You know, now
Wrench is another
Now that
great
Sears is,
name.
you know, what?
Good Wrench is another great name.
I always liked the name Craftsman.
Craftsman, that's a great one.
Better than
Goodyear.
Camping World.
Goodyear was always good.
Like the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. It just doesn't sound.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It needs to be a tool.
It's better than the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series.
They could even call it like Ryobi, which is a brand of tools.
So
I wouldn't care.
I mean, but like, well, I've always liked sponsors that had a ring to it, like the NASCAR Winston Cup or the
Winston
NASCAR
Cup.
Craftsman trucks. But the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. I
If
love
they
Monster
just
Energy, but
Monster's good, but it's weird that it's an energy drink.
no, but
I don't know.
it's the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. Not even the. It's the way it's said. Although
It's got no flow or onomatopoeia to it.
NHRA is sponsored by Mellow Yellow. I think
The
that's like
Mellow
the worst.
Yellow NHRA. Yeah, no, that doesn't work.
You've seen NHRA. There's nothing mellow about it.
It needs to be like a grill or a gun or a
Well,
tool.
before it was the full throttle drag racing, so full throttle energy. That works.
Here's a good one. Smith and Wesson presents the NHRA. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Now that's a fucking sponsor.
Oh, LeDuc's racing. Okay, he's an old off-road driver.
Dale Dondal. EJ Viso. Rico Suave looking motherfucker.
IndyCar driver.
Eric Davis. Big brutish dude. Quarterback. Keegan Kincaid.
Always evolving.
That looks like my friend David. Scotty Steele.
Robbie Gordon.
There he is, the man. That's crazy. He looks like a stoner kid.
He's a kid. So Scotty Steele is a cool name. I don't know much about him. I just love his name.
Should I change my last name to Steele?
Nah. You're Vogler. You're good.
Yeah. My name means bird handler.
Your
I mean,
name
yeah, it's
means,
cool. I could get a big fucking hawk to land on my arm. You know, like what
Your
the
name
fuck?
means 131. I think USAC wins.
What?
He's still second on the all-time win list to AJ Foyt.
Who?
Rich.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Trucks are. So look how bumpy this track is.
I can't take my eyes off these trucks, man.
Come on. And look at where
So
they put
awesome.
the ramps.
Yeah, it does look bumpy as fuck.
Yeah,
Just
so
from the paint
imagine
lines, I can see it.
IndyCar's racing here. How did life get
Did you
multi-platinum?
hear that? Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
How weird is that?
Now, these are fine for IndyCar. These corners are fine for IndyCars, but look at how sharp they are.
Man, just it's incredible watching these things take these turns. Like the level of skill involved there is tremendous.
I love this because, like I said, it's for IndyCars. This is no problem. Well, okay, a little bit bumpy, but
For these things, it's
are just,
dangerous.
yeah.
It's dangerous.
And then they put the jumps in there.
Yeah, this is some dangerous fucking racing right here, man. That makes it awesome. I mean, I know these things are, very robust and take crashes pretty well, but still, if you're going 120 miles an hour and you run into a wall, fuck.
Yeah. Whoa. These lap times are ultra slow compared to what Indy cars do, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, obviously. That doesn't matter to me, though, man.
No, I'm just saying, like...
Just imagine an Indy car having to race with these guys.
Just imagine the Indy cars doing the jumps.
They just break.
Yeah, right?
I mean...
I have seen them get airborne on some of these bigger bumps, though. It's funny because there's always a rumor that Formula One's going to come back to Long Beach because it used to be an F1 race back in like the 70s and 80s. But if you look at the track, there's no way F1's going to race it. Look how bumpy that track is. There's no way F1's going to race there. I mean, the F1...
I kind of don't want it. I kind of don't want them to change this track because it's perfect for these trucks.
Yeah, but it's more than just the trucks racing here.
Yeah, but I mean, if F1's willing to put up the money to change the course,
no, of course they're not. I mean, it costs but so there's always a rumor though, and it's just like F1's not going. It's going to be an IndyCar race, which is good because IndyCar is actually interesting and F1 is not.
I've never really known that there was much of it. I've known there was a difference. I don't know the finer points of why it's so different.
F1's more technology driven.
Well, I might be interested in that actually.
I mean, I am, but I'm not because it gets too much. It gets. See, I like these. I mean, these are pure driver. I like drivers' cars. I like drivers' trucks. I like drivers' vehicles.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing.
What's wrong? What's wrong with engineering a superior driving car? A driver's car.
Well, that's fine,
but that's essentially what they're doing.
No, it isn't. They're making cars that you don't
can do it on their own.
Honestly, you don't need that much talent to drive. I mean, to do well. I mean, Jacques Villeneuve is a perfect example of he won the F1 championship in '97 in a car that a monkey could drive and win the championship in. Never won another race again. Just that's the problem with F1. It's all about engineering.
Well,
and
then if you're into F1, your focus isn't so much on the driving triumph. It's more based on the triumph of the engineers creating something that...
Which is great, but that wasn't what F1 was about. I mean, F1 was all about the daring men. The daring men who risk life and limb. Yeah. I don't want some geek in a laptop. I want proper racing drivers. I mean, you can engineer the car, but just like IndyCar is engineering, and yet you saw how great the racing is.
I just don't know. I've not watched enough of either of them to compare.
I've never had
and contrast
5 hour energy
enough to say.
F1 just, I don't know. I'll watch it every now and then, but it's just it's hard to justify watching a 90-minute race when after turn 2 you pretty much know who's going to win. You know what I mean?
Not exactly.
It's what
I know what you mean, but like I
it's
said, I actually need to watch it so that I can say for myself. I mean, it's hard to comment on something I'm not that familiar with.
like there will be an F1 race, and Lewis Hamilton will jump off at turn one, and barring any unforeseen events, which don't happen as often as you think, you've just seen the race.
CBS Sports Network,
I didn't even know
Universal Technical Institute.
I didn't even know CBS Sportsnet existed until about 2014. UTI, I've seen those commercials
If it
all the
wasn't
time.
so expensive, I would go to UTI.
Yeah, I guess they have a Harley Davidson campus now.
Yeah, they do. They're showing it right now, actually. It's awesome.
Fucking hell. That's a lot of sponsorship.
Fuck yeah. God, these jumps are so awesome. Listen to that sound, man.
Yeah. 140.
140. Wow. Whoa. Oh, they're going so fucking fast, dude. Man, the top four trucks are pushing it hard, man.
Yeah. Vizo and Creed. IndyCar guy versus an off-road guy.
And Gordon's in there too.
I think this was sort of mid-afternoon, or no, I'm sorry, about because they used
It's
to.
very bright.
This had to be about 11 or 12. I always hate because they changed the things. Now they do two races, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, after the IndyCar race. But this was before the IndyCar race.
Just tearing ass down that straight. Look at those fucking
we
things.
got there this year just in time to see this race. The funny thing, Scott, is I never sit on the stands whenever it's street course racing. I always sit on the grass because you could feel the things going by you.
Power. You can feel the power.
I am surprised that Steam Super Trucks actually go through that hairpin in turn 11. The two-seater, the IndyCar two-seater, actually can't get through the hairpin.
Man, those things sound so awesome.
I still have a hard time just believing that these things exist at Long Beach.
It's perfect. No, dude, this is perfect. I think this is more entertaining than the Indy cars.
Oh, I don't know. Indy cars are usually pretty insane at this track. IndyCar racing at this track is either boring or chaotic.
Well, this is
Actually,
neither here.
After this video, I have a crash to show you at Long Beach that just to show you what what happens at Long Beach.
We can watch this year's IndyCar race here if you want.
It's a little long. I mean,
how long is it? 2.5?
2 hours, I think.
2 hours is fine if you can do it.
All right, but first I want to show you a couple wreck events. That's good.
That dude's been taking that jump a little bit weird, and it's because it's a shorter way around that turn that you hit right after it. That's awesome. Oh shit.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh man, this is gonna be a good race.
Yep.
5 laps to go.
All right, I have the Long Beach race linked up. Might have to do a little fast forwarding because I think there's a bit of pre-race, so
No big deal.
it'll shorten it even more. Then let's see if you can actually. Let's see if you can pick a winner this time.
All right, well, give me a minute.
Got it the first, 2 times.
No, I've missed some.
No, I mean for IndyCar. I mean, let's see if you can pick a winner for IndyCar.
Okay. When do I have to pick it? Just before the checkered?
Yeah, before the checkered. Maybe before the race becomes obvious. Yeah, see, that's why I like it. It's two style. It's both the off road and the street racing.
Yeah. Sorry I'm being so quiet. I'm just captivated by this. This is amazing.
This is amazing.
Totally amazing. Yeah, you guys, it's totally amazing.
Yeah, so they're gonna pack the trucks up. It's an entertainment racing thing, but whatever. I don't care at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
fast, loud things going around turns and jumps. Yes.
I've been out Long Beach since 2009. I regret not going there earlier, but hey.
Probably a good idea, bud. Yeah, if your truck is broke, you should stop. Right? I mean...
Maybe. It depends on how nuts you are.
Well, it also depends on the situation. If your truck breaks on the last lap, but you have just enough left to hold them off, then obviously keep going. But
it depends on how broken your truck is, too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're just having a misfiring issue...
I told you these things were omnipresent.
Electric fucking cars.
Nitro is better.
Tiny little battery-powered cars.
The hell is wrong with you?
Boy. Techno music.
Sort of techno-y, I guess.
Actually, I think that's called dubstep.
I don't know.
I don't know either, really.
Nor, frankly, do I want to know.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me to know something.
Well,
Four-wheel parts. Your truck and Jeep accessory superstore.
Yep. Great store. Of course, we've been there.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
You're gonna die.
No. It's like the old alcoholic thing. My name is Mike, and I'm very much alive. Hi, Mike.
Yeah. Me too, Mike. I tell you what, I've been alive for this long, and I just, I have a very serious problem with that. So I've been thinking about committing suicide.
No.
Well,
Even
that's
better.
What brings me here.
Me too, Mike. I'm alive, and I feel like killing you.
How about we experience that?
How about you experience some death?
Why don't we just go ahead and experience some death?
Experiencing death.
Mike, can I strap you into this electric chair here and throw this switch on real quick, Mike? Hey, Mike, how about we take a whole bottle of that Bayer and take the entire bottle? You go first, man.
Oh, I had such a bit. I had a headache that literally felt like I was being run over by a truck. Minus the point where the head, explodes and I don't feel anything.
Yeah, migraines are awful. Getting bad migraines.
Yep.
That sucks, my man. I used to get them so bad when I was a kid that I'd start hallucinating and shit. It sucked.
I don't quite hallucinate because I'm blind, but yeah. Hey, he's blind.
It makes you go crazy though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
kind of.
Do you literally have like a psychotic breakdown when it happens?
Yes.
I do too. I did too.
Anything mildly annoying becomes like
The most
like I was
dreadful, I want to die right now thing.
Like I was watching an SRL Southwest Tour race with two announcers who I didn't much care for. And ordinarily I could like look past that and just watch the racing. But they were so annoying, I just
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Dude, at its worst, when I used to have really bad migraines consistently, even just if you just dropped a penny on the ground, it would cause me to want to die. Like,
Yeah.
Just hearing the slightest little noise would like make the pain increase tremendously. Ugh, migraines are awful, dude. There's an emotional trauma that happens from really bad migraines. There really is.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to try to find the best quality video for the Long Beach Grand Prix.
Fucking badass. What kind of engines are they using? V8?
Yeah. I found the sports car race at Long Beach. That was a fiasco.
Ooh!
Whoa.
He almost hit the ramp with half his truck, but barely avoided it. Man, that was almost really bad. Yeah, he almost two-wheeled that ramp. Oof.
Wow.
At high speed, too.
Jeez.
On board. Quit talking.
So the sports car race. You know how this track's kind of narrow and short? Put 35 sports cars on this track and see what happens.
No, thank you.
I was so glad that the race was timed.
I'd love to watch it, actually, honestly.
What happened?
I'd actually like to watch that sometime.
Oh. I'm so glad the race was timed because yellow after yellow after yellow after yellow. It was just you know what I mean? It's only 100 minutes. I mean, we could watch. I mean,
there's just something so intrinsically satisfying about these things, man. This is great.
Yeah. Besides, we need to watch more sports car racing, but we can watch the IndyCar race today if you want. Oh.
He's just smoking his tires.
Whee! Yeah, I'm surprised how durable these tires are, too.
Right? Yeah, that's when we heard.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Aw,
Fuck.
man, he almost flipped.
Whee! Three wheels. Yeah, pretty much.
Don't look at the rear view. Just go.
Two
Man.
laps to go. Right?
Yeah. All right. People are going to start making their moves. We just got had a guy spin out. Some contact, too. First place is going to get a breakaway win here. So spin out causes traffic to go topsy-turvy over
Yeah,
him.
but Robbie Gordon. He founded this series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with what he just said.
Yep.
And it's not like these guys are going like 100. They're going 140. Like, God.
Amazing. Vizo's doing really well. He's leading.
Yeah, well, that's because we had that spin out. He was able to break away.
Well, that's how racing works.
Yeah. Ooh. Vizo went vertical on that jump. Like his truck went almost straight up and down and landed real hard.
I just love the fact that he was an IndyCar and like racer in Europe and race IndyCar and all of a sudden, you know what? I think I want to go race these now.
Yay.
Yay.
Badass looking trucks, man. Hell yeah. Bicycle.
Good stuff.
Yay.
It's over.
Yay. All right. Now what?
There. 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 We were there. I was there. Scott, I was there.
Well, shit.
I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
Elliot was there.
Wait, everyone.
Paganod.
Pagano, you.
Page nod.
Well, it's funny because his real name is Simone Pagano, but he said if you want to, he said Americans should call him Simon, and I was like, no, no, you pronounce your name Pagano, okay? It's Simone Pagano or Simon Pagnon. You can fast forward to the pre-race.
See you, Rick.
Scott Dixon. Okay. Yeah, there's really. I mean, look at how these bumps play hell on the Indy cars. $25 miles an hour.
That'd be an awesome turn as a driver, just as a thrill.
Like I said, I can't believe the super trucks do that track. That you know
It's
that
awesome.
turn.
That just makes them even more amazing.
But this is what you go to see. This is the main race on Sunday. Sunday.
Sunday. That guy needs to announce every race.
They've been doing this for
there's a race,
43 years, I think.
He's announcing.
It started out as a Formula 5000 race, then it was a Formula 1 race until 1984 when it was a kart race, which was, IndyCar. In 2008, the series merged and it became this type of racing. So, a lot of
Mario Andretti.
really, Mario's won this race before.
Won the Indianapolis 500 in 1969.
He's won this race.
Gee.
He's won this race in both Formula 1 and Indy cars.
Pace car was a Corvette.
Yes. I must, by the way, if you want to know the difference between a pace car and a safety car, right now it's a pace car.
Because he's just setting the pace for the race to start.
As soon as the yellow comes out, it becomes a safety car.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Good.
A lotion. He's a lotion.
He's Russian.
He's a hand lotion. A lotion. Sup, a lotion?
You remember how abysmal the coverage of the Indy 500 is? These are the other guys who do the IndyCar racing. They do most of the year. Hinchcliffe.
NBCSN.
Yeah. They do. I think ABC does about 4 races, and NBC does the rest. Meow. Last weekend. He's the hunter.
Hunter. Who's the hunted?
Probably his competition.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense.
God, that was lame.
I always thought it was funny that the press gets those fire suits too.
Oh, they have. Well, yeah, because it's a safety thing.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, they're on pit road, but well, yeah, at Le Mans you have to wear a suit to go.
It's funny seeing like NBC on their suit, like it's an NBC suit.
NASCAR, I think the pit guys used to have to wear helmets too. Robin Miller.
That makes sense to me.
That's Robin Miller.
Old man here. He's
what you'd be in 30 years if you knew shit about racing.
which I will not.
He's an old midget racer. I'm telling you, get in touch with him and ask him about Rich, because he used to have lunch with Rich Vogler about every week. Green flag is in the air.
These things are beastly too, in a completely different way than the trucks.
You've never seen these cars on road courses, have you?
This is probably the first one we've watched.
Yeah. The other one was the Indy 500. Oh, the fountain. There's flowers by the fountain. Oh. There's flowers by the fountain, and the Stadium Super Trucks hit the flowers, and now apparently if you hit the flowers, you'll get a fine. Now,
I'd still hit them.
oh, me too.
Like, how much of a fine could it possibly be?
I don't think that much. I think it was more of a joke, but still. Willpower. Oh. That sucks. I like willpower.
I mean, what if willpower, ladies and gentlemen, willpower.
What a great name. Charlie Kimball.
Ooh. That's racing contact there.
Well, Will's very aggressive and Charlie's very aggressive, but
They were just racing.
I think Kimball should have maybe backed out of it. It's lap 1.
Well, yeah, he'd still be in the race.
It's lap 1 of
it's
85.
Better to be in the race.
Because Will was coming up on him aggressively, and he should have known.
His car looks okay, actually. Will's.
See, no one agrees with me that it was not willpower's fault.
He lost his nose, though.
Well, yeah, but they can replace the nose pretty easily. I remember that. Yeah, well, God, Scott, watching this makes me want to go back to the race like now. I gotta wait till April.
I desperately need to go see some racing, man.
That is bumpy.
You've made me want to do that.
I'm going to go to a race in January, the AMA Supercross. I'm sorry, AMA Supercross. I told you, Scott, it's either really boring or there's carnage. Like last year, there was no yellows, which I like, but there was no passing either. It was just kind of, a parade. But now it's carnage.
Yeah. I might not have much to say, but I'm thoroughly enjoying watching this shit tonight.
We're watching NBCSN coverage of IndyCar. Brought to you by Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake. That sounds so good, dude.
I've never been to Steak and Shake.
Oh, it sounds so good. You've never been there?
Nope. Oh, Razor. I have one.
You need to go.
I have one. I don't think they're over here. Cool. I think it's a Midwestern thing.
There's got to be an equivalent, though.
Maybe.
Like, if you want to get a good idea, do you have GD Ritzies?
No.
No?
I'll look and see if there's Connor Daly. That's Derek Daly's kid. Derek Daly was a great racer and broadcaster.
I always like hearing Kanan in the race. I like that guy.
Yeah, I lost respect for him after one particular race where he crashed into everyone.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect. Still has a pretty good career.
Not really. I mean, he was good when the IRL happened, but eh. Honda, 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 Honda. Paul Tracy's one of the broadcasters. Paul Tracy in IndyCar was something to watch because he'd either be dominating or he'd be throwing it into the fence. I mean, he was
There's
brilliant, but
Sato.
there's two different tire
Sato's way in the back.
compounds. What? Sato, yeah.
Sato.
Yep.
Yeah. Rossi's in fifth.
But yeah, Paul Tracy in an IndyCar was explosively brilliant. Townsend Bell just hit everything.
Dude. There's emergency vehicles outside my house, up the road a little bit.
Maybe they heard the Maybe they heard the broadcast and went.
Yeah, maybe they're here for me, guys. I'm gonna go check this out. I'll be right back. So the show is yours, Elliot.
Okay. Dixon battling with Hinchcliffe. Pagano up 9 positions. Started 21st. He's up to 13th. And Hunteray passes Hinchcliffe. And he's going to chase after Scott Dixon. So that's the way things are going. $85 laps, about 167 miles on this 1.9 track. 11 turns. Pretty interesting track, actually. And there's Charlie Kimball. He's now going to race for Carlin, I believe, from Chip Ganassi. But he didn't do much in Chip Ganassi's team. So it's funny because, you know, the only one who can really do anything in Ganassi's stable is Dixon. The other two, Kanan and Kimball, just kind of sucked. You know, just kind of underwhelming. And Dixon was not that great the past couple of years, but consistency. Great consistency. Over with the lotion. Push to pass. Not a big fan of push to pass, to be honest. I think they should just have the engines at maximum because, you know, I'm not a big fan of push to pass. But whatever, I'm not going to fight it. I mean, because I can't do anything about push to pass. I don't have that power not to. It's interesting that these cars finally have beaten the champ cars at this track, at least as far as track records concerned. They're turning about 105s, I think, which 177. Uh, I didn't think that champ car would actually, the champ car records would be broken ever. But at this track, and Indy, they're going about 231, which isn't bad. I mean, it's better than 220, which they were going what 221, 222. You know, welcome to 1990, or possibly even earlier. So that's Kyle Moyer, formerly of Andretti Autosport, now with Penske. No. Oh. Oh, I thought it was Scott messaging me for something, but it's just someone messaging me about genocide because genocide's fun for the whole family. Coming up here, LED indicators. Those are no use to me, Rick Allen. Scott Dixon out in front. He's won this race before. He won this race in 2015. I was there. I was there. Just pointing that out there. That in fact, I was there. Pit stops. Marty, fix your microphone. Just to recap all the people who won where I was there. Dario Franchitti won in 2009. I want to say Hunter Ray in 2011 or 2010. Sorry, Mike Conway in 2011. Will Power in 2012. Sato in 2013. Conway again in 2014, I think. Then Dixon, Pagano, and TBA. TBA. Pagano, not Pagano. You. Oh, no. Well. Rick Allen is a NASCAR broadcaster by trade, but he didn't necessarily do bad at this race. So that's Marco Andretti is slow on the track. Bye, Marco. And a mechanical issue. So Marco Andretti has a mechanical problem. On board with Olotion. You guys can see it, I can't. He's way off the pace. Also related to Aldo, Jeff, and Adam Andretti, and John. There's a lot of Andrettis. Those pit stops are so quick. Here comes. Okay, so they're the two Penskes battling it out. Of course, Castroneves is going to Penske's DP program next year with the Acura. That'll be interesting to see. Apparently, he still will race the Indy 500, but he'll be in sports cars next year, which will. And of course, Tony Kanaan's going to AJ Foyt Racing. Kind of an interesting. At least Kanaan has a win in 2014. AJ Foyt hasn't won since 2013. And before that, hasn't won since 2002 or 3. I think it's 2002. I think it was Aaron Dare, who won. Ed Jones. Connor Daly. Now he's doing a solo hangout here. If they took Scott to the nut house, then, well, I mean, he belongs there, but. Scott Dixon's pitting. Coffee's good. I think we can all agree that coffee's good. Pitting on lap 16 of 85. On board with Pagano. Alex Rossi's in third. So. At least you guys can see what's going on. So, but. 1088. That's a decent speed. I'm glad they finally have some decent cars that can actually not be ultra slow. Those old crap wagons, the old Delara Honda lumps that they raced for 3 years, and these cars were slow when they first. I mean, I think they need about 400 more horsepower, but that's why I don't make the rules.
So, ambulance and all kinds of first responders at a house next door. I think someone probably is either dead or dying.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And then again, I don't know. So
could be a cat stuck up on a tree. I've actually seen a fireman actually called for a cat stuck up a tree.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, no. That seems like a waste. That's like go get a ladder and get your goddamn cat.
The fireman just kind of shot water into the tree. The cat jumped down. It was all good. So you still want to do this, or?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. You missed Marco Andretti having a mechanical problem and pulling off the track. Remember at Indy how all the Hondas were experiencing a lot of engine problems?
Yeah.
Well, and there's pit stops.
I'm just a bit distracted, but that's all right.
And there's pit stops. Other than that, I've been, doing my thing. IndyCar racing. Open road. It is a road course. Graham Rahal, or as they call him, Gray Hall.
Gray Hall. That needs to be a brand. Gray Hall Tools.
Yeah, right? The mighty Gray Hall.
It would be cool to be a tool salesman. Like a tool manufacturer.
Well, I always thought it would be cool to be a car salesman, except for car salesmen don't know anything about cars.
Oh shit, we have two. We have a fire truck and an ambulance.
It's Michael Andretti.
I'm going to hop off here for a second.
So they're still doing their thing. Hunter has a 35-second lead. That's a lot. And no commercials. James Hinchcliffe, Alexander Rossi. Yeah, you can probably see the crawler at the top of the screen, which says who is in the lead. My eyes itch. Just checking my thing. Oh, they're doing the NASCAR raw feed right here. We should stream that one of these days, actually. Winston 500. Should definitely stream that one of these days. Dave W does these raw feeds of NASCAR racing, but I always forget when they're on. But the only problem is they're about 4 hours. So you'd have to, yeah. I think my point's been made for me. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Swine Brothers commentary on the 2017 Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach IndyCar Series race that I attended. Scott's off attending to seeing what the hell the ambulances and fire trucks are doing next door, leaving me in charge of being a solo commentator. If you could have sound and I could just shut up and launch the race, that would be fantastic. But we don't have sound, so. We're talking about pit stops here. Spencer Piggott. Great name. He drove for Ed Carpenter Racing on the oval or the road courses. Special ed races on the ovals only. Next year he's going to be racing full time though, so that's good for him. Take it. Completing lap 27 of 85. Alex Rossi on the 98. Napa. Napa Auto Parts. On board. Up to the gears. Beautiful noise. Beautiful noise. Shame you can't hear it. So, on board, up to the gears, up to the gears. Down. Brake, brake, brake. Good stuff. Great sound. Top three and nose to tail. Hinchcliffe and Rossi going to pit road. He's an Indy 500 winner. Good pit stops. They're going to do a two-stop strategy. Which, well, yeah. I don't know if I'd necessarily do a two-stop strategy. Of course, I couldn't predict the strategy because I'd be second-guessing myself every time. Because that's just what I do. I second-guess myself. On board again. There's
Hello.
save fuel. Hello.
So, one patient. So they're alive.
Okay. Pit stop orders right now.
All right. So what's going on here?
Uh, different strategies. 2 stops and 3 stops. These are the 2-stop.
I would think for a rough course like this, 3-stop probably would be a good idea.
Yeah. Well, Dixon was going to do 2 stops, but then bailed on it and is now going to do 3. But depending on how much yellow you get, you could do 2 stops. Sebastian Bourdais. Yeah.
I'm just going to be 2 seconds here, dude. I'll be right back.
Coffee's the fuel of the gods. If you don't agree, you're not me. Bourdais, he did win the race at St. Petersburg, of course, injured later on at Indianapolis in that horrifying crash. But of course, he was back
Okay.
before the season was over. Gray Hall.
Eddie Grayhall. I just made that name up.
Because you're stupid.
Pretty much.
I'm cold.
No kamikaze ship from Sato, I'm guessing.
Not right now.
Oh, well. Yeah, Sato made a fan out of me with his win last year.
He goes hot and cold.
That was a gutsy thing he pulled off.
Yeah.
At the Indy 500.
He does that a lot. It's just most of the time it ends with him in the wall.
Always good to see Scott Dixon racing.
Dixie. That's his nickname, Dixie or Scooter. I don't know. I don't really know where Scooter Dixon came from, but we just call him that. I don't know.
Scooter Dixon's a good nickname.
He's scooting along. Pagenaud's second pit stop.
Dixon's in first. That's awesome.
Yep, you haven't missed much except for Andretti.
Was there. Rossi's in sixth. Andretti did what?
Andretti had a mechanical problem. You haven't missed much other than that, though. Just, pit stops and driving around.
I like how this race is turning out. There's a lot of really strong contenders heading towards the top 10, top 15.
Yep, in a 21-car race. I mean, that's the thing about IndyCar. There's 21, 22 cars. And most of them can have drivers talented enough to at least do well, if not win. I mean, there's no field fillers. There's no...
Yeah, you got Rossi in 6, Kanan in 9.
There's no rich guys out there.
Sato in 12.
Power's a way back, but that's only because of his crash. But I mean, I remember back in the day where you had 29 cars and you had, a bunch of guys at the back who were jokes. You don't really have jokes this time.
So I've been excited watching this, this generation of IndyCar racers. There seems to be a lot of really strong contenders right now.
It's such a deep field, I
mean, Dixon, Hunter Ray, Hinchcliffe, Castroneves, Rossi's in 5th. I mean, you got Kanan in 8th. And let's see where Sato's in 11th now. He gained a position. Rahal's in 12th.
Everyone's pretty much a strong contender. That's the thing.
Hildebrand's in 17. Andretti's in 20.
Well, Andretti and Kimball are out. Both have won races. Hildebrand's almost won a race. So, yeah. Spencer Pigot's an up-and-comer. Connor Daly's an both. So I can't really think of a bad driver in the field.
Almost halfway done with this sumbitch.
Sumbitch. And yes, Jimmy Johnson won the race in Texas that day. The NASCAR race. I remember. They said that. What we do is whenever we go to races, we listen to it with scanners. So I hear the race commentary and the fee, and they talk amongst themselves in between the commercials. So it's nice to have the TV feed or the radio feed while you're watching the race because I can't see. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, I imagine it's good whether you can see it or not.
Oh yeah, my dad does it too. My dad does it as well. He also does the radio, listen to different drivers on the radio.
Sato moved up to 8.
Carlos Munoz, yeah. I love this track. I think I like it because I go there. I'm sure these races can be quite parade like sometimes, but if you go there, you tend to have a fun time regardless of whether the race is a parade or not.
I'm fascinated with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so some positions are going to be changing here.
I love how fast these pit stops are.
Yep, you're fixed. Go ahead, bud.
Tires and fuel, tires and fuel. I mean, NASCAR guys do it about 12 seconds, but they have two impact wrenches instead of four. Two tire changers, so they do it pretty fast too. A lot of the people in like NASCAR pit crews are now like ex college football players.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense, actually, in a weird way.
Well, yeah, it's athletic,
Strenuous physical labor as a team.
and you can't have a bad pit. I mean, I've seen so many
Tremendous
races.
pressure.
I've seen so many races
Won and lost by the pit.
lost because the pit crew was slow,
Rossi's moved up to fourth.
and sometimes it leads the people to like drastic measures, such as like replacing the pit crew mid race.
Oh, wow.
If they're bad enough, it's like, well, that happened with Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon. They're on the same team, and Gordon was out of the race, and Johnson's pit crew was slow, so they literally swapped pit crews for Jeff Gordon. It was like, I understand it's supposed to like kind of insulting, but at the same time, you're not doing a good enough job.
Right.
So, fuck you. IndyCars has always been, great drive. I mean, there was a time back in the '90s where it was an alternative to Formula One, kind of like what it is now, but even more so. Like XF1 drivers, champions used to, come over there,
Right.
like Nigel Mansell and Emerson Fittipaldi. And so it was an alternative to F1 for many years. And I think it's kind of getting back to where it was. I mean,
Definitely been some amazing races that I've seen at Indy 500 at least.
hell of a lot more competitive than F1. I think F1 had like four different winners in like the entire season. IndyCar had like 10 different. Actually, let me just. Yeah, James Hinchcliffe's record, Indy was pretty bad. I mean, very bad.
All right, we're getting close to halfway, really close now.
Yes. Uh,
45 to go.
yep. Let's see. Yeah, so F1 had four different winners in 20 races. I've just checked the math. IndyCar had 10 different winners in 17 races.
Yeah, so a lot more competitive.
That's an understatement. Yes. Very competitive. Honda. A lot of Hondas. A shitload of Hondas. Lot, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, okay. I thought something bad was happening. He went into the pit. I thought he lost control of his car.
No, he's just pitting. What lap are they on?
I'm sorry?
What lap are they on?
42.
Thank you.
So basically half done now.
Yeah. Probably. Menards. John Menard used to own a. He's obviously the owner of Menards. He used to own an IndyCar team. Won the IndyCar championship with some guy named Tony Stewart. I know you never heard of this Tony Stewart guy.
Who's that?
Some Indiana yokel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Columbus, I think.
Yeah. Good for him. I mean, who knows who that dude is?
I think he tried NASCAR for a couple of years, but he didn't really do anything.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
Rossi's in third.
Hurrah! Dixon. Scooter Dixon.
It's hard to pick a winner.
One of the people racing right now is going to win.
Sato went way back. He's in 16th now.
Look at Hunter Ray in the lead. Hinchcliffe's in second. Rossi, Bourdais, and Dixon. Bourdais, of course, is a 36-time IndyCar winner, 4-time champion. Won this race several times. Scott Dixon has 41 career wins. Won this race 2 years ago. Takuma Sato won this race in 2013. Hunter Ray won this in 2010. That's not music. It's just a series of banging on things.
Dun 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 dun.
I prefer the 90s music, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
From Diamond P Sports. There's speed metal and glam metal and
right. Just
random things. Why?
Casio. It comes to mind.
Yeah, Casio retro wave or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. I think that there actually is either kind of car culture or racing kind of culture in retro wave, actually, because there's a lot of there's a Days of Thunder one. There's Ferrari inspired ones.
We need to watch Days of Thunder together.
That'd be a fun thing.
I don't know how that's gonna happen, but we need to watch just because I really want to make.
We don't have to stream it.
I really want to make fun of it. Yeah. I've never heard slick tires squeal so much. I mean, I know they squeal when you spin out or whatever, but I've never heard slick tires squeal so much than on Days of Thunder.
That makes it even better, though, man.
Well, okay, so I know they squeal when you spin out, but you know how treaded tires will squeal if you go around corners really fast. Slick tires don't do that, and yet these cars did.
Well, they also bounce off of each other like Hot Wheels,
Well, what about Stroker
I
Ace?
like that movie. I actually really like that movie.
Have you ever seen Stroker Ace where cars just flip across the finish line and every crash is a flip?
I don't think I have seen that. What is it called?
Stroker Ace.
Stroker Ace. All right, I'll look it up.
It's horrible. Enjoy it. Oh, and well, you might not want to do this, but there's a famous drinking game of Stroker Ace. You have to drink every time somebody says the word chicken.
Oh shit! What are you, chicken?
He gets sponsored by a chicken restaurant.
Oh shit!
And they say chicken a lot.
Well, they should stop.
They should stop. Bastard.
Stupid Bastards.
Paul Tracy's Canadian. He won this race in 2012 and 2008, actually. He's a two-time winner of the Long Beach Grand Prix. Don't think he's going to do it today, though. Unless something magical happens. Max Chilton. XF1 driver Max Chilton. Eighth place for Spitzer Pickett. Turn 5. Oops. I don't get what the hell Loki the Wolf Dog's supposed to be. Ed Carpenter, former washed up has been, well, never was actually. He's not really a has been. He's more of a never was. Fuzzies. It's like the weirdest sponsor name, Fuzzies Vodka. You know. So there's a thing right now. Watching Long Beach.
Sorry, I'm just kind of in and out here.
There's a beach. What happened?
I'm kind of in and out. That whole incident earlier with the ambulance stuff was like just a little weird, you know?
Yeah. Personally, I consider it kind of interesting.
Well, it's interesting, yeah, but I don't know. Just puts kind of a bad vibe around you, you know?
I don't know any of my neighbors, so
I don't really either, but still.
As long as it's not my house, as long as it's not like the white coats coming to take me away. Yes, James Hinchcliffe and Marty Snyder has a very bad microphone. It is just fucking. Alex Rossi's in third. Bourdais in fourth. He won 4 consecutive championships from 2004 to 2007. That's kind of amazing. Scott Dixon, who's won 4 championships, but none of them consecutively. 2003, 2008, 2013, and 2015. Joseph Newgarden, the new boy for Team Penske. Graham Rahal, who's going to, He's racing for his father, Bobby Rahal. 86 Indianapolis 500 champion. Spencer Pickett. There he goes. Simon Pagenaud. Simon Pagenaud, the defending IndyCar champion and defending winner of this race. Elio Castroneves, he won this race a billion years ago. 2001, actually. It's not quite a billion years ago, more like 16 years ago. What a liar I am.
You piece of shit.
Tommy. I am hungry as fuck.
I am too, actually. Now that you say something. You son of a bitch.
Sorry. Mikhail Loshin, the Russian badass. Well, he's Russian at least. You know, I was just thinking, you said there was a fire truck. Aren't fire trucks red?
Yeah.
So they're communists.
Goddamn commies. Spying on us good red-blooded American whites.
Whites. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
white.
Yeah. You have to say it like that.
White.
Whites.
White. I'm white. I'm not
cold.
quite white.
I'm going to put my blanket on. Fuck this. I don't know I'm telling you about this, but hey.
Oh, my eyeballs.
What's wrong now?
Nothing.
Oh. You just like to complain?
Yeah.
If I can't complain, then damn it.
If I'm not allowed to complain about things, I'm just not doing it.
Oh, I hate you.
I know.
Okay. Just making sure.
Doesn't matter.
Rossi and Hinchcliffe. What? You just made a weird noise. I like it. You were like the boss of making weird ass noises.
That's what I do.
I can imagine like at your work, you're like dealing out. All of a sudden, you're like,
I might grumble or say something weird. Yeah.
So that's a 6, baby skulls.
Baby skulls. That's what I should call like an 8. Should be called baby skulls. Because it's got, it's just 2 round things connected.
Just watching people go, what the?
Round things are called baby skulls.
Just watching people
oh, man, you got baby skulls. It's an old card voodoo.
Well, of course I have baby skulls.
The number 8.
Oh, wait, you don't know about that.
You don't know about baby skulls? Man. I don't know what to tell you there, bud. You got to figure that stuff out on your own, I guess.
I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Come on now, buddy. Hey, buddy. I don't like what you said, bud.
Buddy Lazier. I have to save fuel. Save the fuel. Pagenaud's in the pits. Pagenaud's in the pit. Pagenaud. Yes, we know. He did win 3 in a row. And he did win the championship. Yes, he doesn't want a yellow flag. Scooter and James Hinchcliffe. Scott and Jim, hey, it's a thing.
Scooter the computer.
What? You're strange.
Yes, I know.
I love the sound of those onboards. I like how you just messaged me randomly. Race.
Yeah. Well, it's more like race. Race. We're doing a race. Race.
Well, the last time you messaged me, I was asleep, so I didn't see your message for an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what?
I'm like a racist. I'm a racist. Are car drivers racist? Are race car drivers racist?
Some are, some aren't.
The fact that you won't laugh at that joke proves you're an idiot.
Proves on what? What? Say it, Scooty.
An idiot.
Oh. Well, fuck you then.
Because race car drivers are racist.
So join us next time where we'll have a brand new co-host. Murder kill stuff.
Murder kill.
He hates when I say murder kill.
We have to. It's murder death kill.
It's whatever I say it is.
I'm
going to kill you to death, Scott.
I like that one. I'm going to kill you until you die from it.
I was killed to death. Or the best part. If you tell anyone, I will be killed by murder.
By murder.
I'm a little bit retarded. I kind of straddled the retard fence.
I just thought of a really mean video we could make.
What?
Birds.
What?
Dead retards.
There's bleeding retards in the dirt. The funny thing is you're not hurt. The cops don't come. You got away. You live to greet another day.
Dead retards. Just call the video Dead Retards.
Wait, I can do an impression of
I'm
dead
so
retard.
stupid I can't die even from death.
My name is Scott Vogler, and welcome to the show.
And I like to count three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Say 1, 2, 3 10 times fast.
Can you imagine, dude? There's a retard out there right now with that exact condition. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just says it over and over and over and over and over. Huh?
He lives in Indiana.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
In your house. He's on the microphone.
Must be someone living in my attic then, because I don't know who you could be talking about.
Well, he's on the microphone right now, actually.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
No. There's something wrong with Rossi.
1, 2, 3.
There's something wrong with Rossi.
Alexander Rossi is out. That's a shame.
He has no power.
That's a Honda.
It's funny because I follow, road racing and NASCAR racing, and in road racing, when they say you have no drive, that means that you're dead in the water, right? In NASCAR racing, no drive means you can't get off the corner very well. So when I was listening to a NASCAR broadcast, someone said they had no drive. I was like, oh, that's a shame. They're out of the oh wait, this is NASCAR lingo. NASCAR has its own weird lingo. Have you noticed?
No.
like things are called things in NASCAR that aren't called like pushing instead of understeer and loose instead of oversteer and no drive. Whereas in this type of racing, no drive means you're out of the race. You're dead. Your car's done. Burning fuel, burning some ethanol, which ethanol smells like a fruit donut. Actually, this type of fuel they use.
A fruit donut.
That's the way I can describe it. Smells kind of fruity, but kind of like a donut. I vastly prefer the smell of gasoline. I mean, it's. I vastly prefer the smell of gasoline to this fuel. Yeah, that's the way I can describe it. It smells like a fruit donut.
That's bizarre.
Well, yeah, but I've smelled it. I was there, Scott.
I was there.
Every time I said, I was there. Were you there?
Were you there, bro? Were you there? I don't think so.
I am hungry. Sebastian Bourdais. He's a Frenchman.
Goddamn fucking French.
Fucking French. James Hinchcliffe leading.
Well, dang old James Hinchcliffe.
He's from Canada, eh?
Oh. Well, then he's stupid.
Well, why? Why?
I don't know.
You just like to say words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's it. I'm gonna get my revenge on you.
My knees. They're old and stupid.
You just like complaining, don't you?
Yeah.
So, Scott.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm trying to drive you insane with me eating on microphone.
Well, I did it earlier, so you're not going to drive me insane.
Just imagine locked in a room with Anarcha.
I've actually had that happen before. Fortunately, I was not locked in a room with him. I was just kind of stuck in a hangout with just him for a little while.
Yeah,
and I literally had to kick him out and just stop.
You wonder why I used to dread the Swine Brothers Monday events? Because Jim could only get Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did the Monday thing at night, and it was literally just me and Anarcha. So I go for about an hour and a half and then kill it, just like, yeah, okay, that was an episode. I hated the Monday shows. Because you were busy, you faggot. Yeah, you were busy.
I gotta stop messing with my phone, man.
What happened?
I've just gotten a new phone and I'm messing with it, and I shouldn't be because I'm doing a broadcast.
My phone calls, it answers calls.
Yeah, I didn't have any phone. I didn't have any phone for 6 months.
Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes. These are a British snack cake. And there was actually a big lawsuit in the 90s whether these were classified as a cake or a biscuit / cookie because cake has less tax on it. And these are officially cakes.
Oh, wow.
So I'm eating cake.
I'm eating nothing.
Cake.
I'm boring tonight. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm kind of just glad to have you back. I hated doing solo commentary. I was literally
Yeah,
just like,
well,
and Hunter Ray's leading, and Dixon's leading, and
I finally feel I'm tired, but not like sore, except for when my joints get stiff from sitting on the ground. I need to relocate my computer badly.
you're sitting on the ground.
It's given me really good posture
I'm
because I
sitting
have to sit a certain way.
on a nice reclining chair with a TV tray on my left and the bed on my right.
I definitely at least need to get something to sit on. I think I'm just going to move my computer, though.
So, Scott, I have a problem. I opened this pack of Jaffa cakes when we started the show, and there were 12 in there.
They're
12.
gone now.
This is the last one.
Man, see, I haven't had any sweets like that. I mean, I've had some, here and there, but I haven't been able to like tear into a package of powdered donuts or something like that.
Well, that's the problem with Jaffa cakes.
For a
You eat
while
one,
now.
right? And one's really good, and then you eat another, and then luckily I have about 4 more rolls in my nightstand, but I'd have to get up and get them. Fuck that.
I think I'm gonna have to eat some ice cream, dude.
I'm sorry. Am I torturing you?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, you motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's lap 69.
Jaffa cakes.
Come on, Scooter Dixon.
Scooter Dixon. Get along, little
fifth.
Scotty.
You can do this. 17 to go. I'm just gonna go with Dixon just because. I'm not even basing that on anything. I just want him to win.
There's Rossi. Hey, there's Bruce Flanders in the background on the PA.
All right.
Green flag back in the air.
All right, now I can pay good close attention. So Dixon's a little bit out of it. If we're honest here, he's back there a little bit in 5th.
Oh, look, Mason commented on my post.
Old Mason Jar. Let's just call him Jar. What's up, Jar?
I love that he thinks that us saying I don't like emo means I get offended by the fact that he likes emo because we tease him for it. It's like, what?
So, like, me being emotional offend you?
I mean, like,
something.
I don't get offended that you like Tool. I just think it's hilarious. Or King Crimson, or Yes, or
and I don't. It doesn't even. And for me, it's like, well, whatever. It is just all a big joke anyway, so.
I heard you cry. Actually, I think what you're saying is my life is fucking stupid.
My fucking taste in music sucks, a piece of shit. Fuck myself.
I'll go kill myself.
Can you imagine getting that bent out of shape over music?
I'll go kill myself.
Can you imagine if you were that weak?
I mean, I know my taste in music is superior for me. It works for me. It may not work for you. I know you like, well, I mean, okay, I like more than metal, but I can listen to 8 hours of death metal. You don't want to. Fine. Whatever.
Oh, I can too. It's just I just find myself listening to a little bit of a lot of shit. I mean, not
My
everything,
musical,
but
I think metal has broadened my musical taste because, so a band puts folk into metal and I really like it. And then I'm like, well, let's hear folk without the metal. Let's hear folk with folk. And wow, not so much American folk, but more European. And that's
well,
really
yeah. I mean, I hear that in all the different kinds of music I listen to. I mean,
I've
it
gotten
just
more into
happens.
sort of
Cross
progressive
pollination.
type metal just based on me being into power metal. I mean, I still think a lot of so-called progressive music is just random bits of songs that they plugged into one another. But some of it could be really good. I mean,
Yeah, well,
Berdace.
some of it's awesome, some of it sucks.
That could describe these shows. Some of them are awesome. Some of them are abysmal.
It pretty much describes everything. So
There's a
some of
Japanese
it's
game
pure
show.
shit.
There's a Japanese game show where I believe you have to masturbate and keep tune while you're singing. It's not so much a game show, more of a metaphor for everything.
That was really good. That's
Isn't
good.
it though?
That's
I
good.
gotta find the thing for you. It's real. I have to show it to you one day.
I don't want to see it.
You want to see?
I don't want to see a bunch of. I don't want to see a bunch of kung fu motherfuckers or karate motherfuckers. Is it Japanese or Chinese?
Japanese.
Oh well, a bunch of karate motherfuckers doing that.
What about Edward Penis Hands?
No, no, never again.
I want to see that movie.
I've seen it.
You've seen the trailer. You haven't seen the full movie.
No, I've seen the movie. I've seen the movie. I don't want to see it again. It's pure filth. It's just pure. It's funny, but it's also
everyone needs to see it once, though.
Fuck. Yeah, yeah. It's depressing though a little bit. Like
I love that the guy even looks like Johnny Depp, according to Eric.
He does look like Johnny Depp, like Edward Scissorhands, except he has a dicks for hands, which is it's at once funny and depressing.
Well, I don't understand Edward Scissorhands.
It's like a whimsical little fairy tale thing.
No, shut up. Why does he have scissors for hands?
Because the man who created him invented a cookie making machine, which he then later turned into Edward Scissorhands to make cookies. And I don't remember why he put scissors on his hands.
That's some mad scientist bullshit right there.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Cookie machine that I'm going to bring to life.
Cookie man scissors on his fucking hands.
I call it Cookiezilla. Remember that shit movie Snakes on a Plane? When that came out, about a month later, there was a movie in Blockbuster called Snakes on a Train. And I'm just wondering how long it took to make that film. I think your microphone's dead. Scotty. Say something. Tony Kanon's got a flat tire. Your microphone's dead. Yeah, wheel-to-wheel contact usually doesn't end well. Great camera work. And yeah, Tony Kanon has not had a good weekend.
Happened.
What? I wish my computer would stop doing that.
What in the fuck happened there?
Yay, you're alive.
Yeah, I had to redo everything too.
Oh,
That was weird. What happened?
you just died. And then when you got back on the Hangout, for some reason my computer turned everything down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, Cookiezilla.
Cookiezilla. I'm going to make a little cookie man.
I'm going to make a cookie man. Why? Because I can.
Well, what's he going to look like? He's going to have scissors for hands to make cookies. Okay, dude. Chill the fuck out.
John had to go to the pit because he had a flat tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this race is going to end the way it is right now.
Okay. So who?
I still want Dixon to win. Don't get me wrong. But he's in fifth and he's not getting anywhere. So I'm guessing Hinchcliffe probably keep this one.
He has won a race in Indy Lights here, back in 2010. I was there. Ryan Hunter race stop. That's the third Andretti car.
So that means Hinchcliffe is good to go pretty much.
I told you the Hondas had trouble at Indy. This was kind of the harbinger of things to come. This is before Indy.
Yeah, well, Rossi's out. He had a Honda. Uh-oh.
So this was why I was worried about Hondas at Indy, because this race happened before Indy, about a month before, and you just
Honda's having troubles, aren't they?
Yeah. Although Honda did win Indy.
I just don't think Dixon's going to be able to work his way up from fourth here. Too aggressive.
No. I'm not ruining it for you, fucker.
Sato's coming all the way from 18th to win it all. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
If there was a motherfucker who was going to do something like that, though, he'd be the one. Just have like 3 laps where he turns into Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Just dominates.
The interesting thing is Hinchcliffe's in a Honda, and Bourdais won the previous race in a Honda. So when the Hondas aren't blowing up.
That's kind of a bad problem to have, though.
Well, it's a good and bad problem to have. I mean,
there's only 4 laps to go after this yellow, so.
so it's sort of, Yeah, so
It's going to be a tight race. I just think Hinchcliffe's going to keep it, though.
he's talented and he's a really good color commentator. He's actually really funny and engaging. Which you're not funny or engaging.
No, I'm not. Not tonight, especially.
No, you're all right. I mean,
It's one of those
mediocre.
nights where I actually just am engrossed enough just to watch the race.
Yeah, I know.
I actually like that. When I don't want to talk, I just want to.
That's why sometimes we maybe shouldn't live stream all of these and just watch them.
Yeah. All right, so we're already at 4 to go, so it might be 3 to go before we go green.
I just like to watch this too, but I have to talk because if I don't, the lizard people will kill me.
I'll just build you a cookie man, and you'll be protected.
Protected from the cookie man.
Because he's got scissors for hands.
Protected from the cookie man.
I'm going to create a cookie man. That is just a great line right there.
It's just the most random thing in the world.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
That's late 80s, early 90s, creative, weird, fucking, what's his name? Tim Burton.
Yes, who became a parody of himself.
Yes, he did, unfortunately.
Don't tell Eric
because his earlier works were amazing.
Eric I think he wants to lick Tim Burton's ass.
I mean, honestly, for that style and art style, when it comes to film, I mean, he kind of earned the
lights are on the safety car.
But still, he did kind of become a parody of himself.
Yep.
He does do some decent things. Like Big Fish was really good.
Yeah, there's actually a crowd.
They're whistling. All right, 3 to go. Yeah, Hinchcliffe looks like he's dominant. Just nobody's catching me today. Kind of look about his car, poise and everything.
Yeah, he just. Sebastian Bourdais.
It doesn't even look like it's going to get real competitive here.
No, but well,
that's all right though. We watched a guy dominate. You know,
they can't all be last lap passes for the lead.
No, they can't. Unfortunately.
Joseph Newgarden. Yeah, Sato's going to come from 18th to win.
Yeah. Yeah. That live action Speed Racer movie they did, I actually liked that. Everyone else hated it. I thought it was good. I know you did.
Oh, yeah, I think I told you that.
Yes, you did.
I forget. I am forgetting.
Everyone hated that movie, except for me.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. And mine is Speed Racer, the fucking live action Speed Racer movie.
And mine is...
What the fuck?
Jinx fucking Dawson.
I think most dudes would agree with you on that.
Yeah, well. Lap and a half to go.
Don't fuck up.
Don't fuck
You've
up.
got a healthy lead.
Shoreline Drive. I love that. Shoreline Drive, Seaside Way. Such great street names.
Last lap. Yeah, Hinchcliffe's got it.
Yeah, but he drove a great race.
All right, I want to see if Dixon can at least snag third.
Fourth spot. Oops.
Nope. Nope, it's going to finish as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
If you're wondering where Sato is, Scott, he also lost power.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's out of the race. All 4 Andretti Autosport cars were out of the race.
Except for... Oh, well. So is there different teams who race Hondas?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, all 4 Andretti, which, well, like I said, Indy, that's why when Sato was leading Indy for the final round, I was like, wait, didn't they all just blow up at Long Beach? So, yeah, Honda had engine problems for the first couple,
They got 1, 2 here and 4.
That's the thing, though. When Honda wasn't, dying, they were winning races.
Yay!
He's happy.
I do like the feeling of earning to see the finish of a race. Like I feel like I've earned a little bit more.
I have to show you something before we. I have to show you something before we end this.
All right, go ahead. I've seen enough of this.
I have to show you. So,
way to go, Hinchcliffe! Yeah.
So you may be wondering, like, how did the donut thing get started, right?
Okay.
Now, this is how it started. For fuck's sake.
Work! 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 Here we go.
This is how it all started. He's won the race. Oh, it's in a different lane. God damn it.
That's all right.
Well, you can still see what's going on. This is how it started. I don't know how long you want to stay on here. I'll be on here until I go to eat.
Well, I'll probably hang it up after this.
What? Okay. One more. I have to show you this. I have to show you the steeplechase crash.
Okay. Donuts.
I have to show you the.
Sounds so delicious. A microwaved Krispy Kreme donut sounds like heaven right now. It's over.
But that's how that got started. Okay, so this is the weirdest crash I've ever seen. So this is a racetrack.
Whoa! That's awesome.
Horse jumps. Horse jumps. Why didn't they remove them?
Jump to horse jump. He's not allowed to jump a horse jump in a car. Well, at least it straightened his car up a bit.
They redid this track about 6 years later and made it awesome. Safe to drive. All right, I'm gonna end this and go eat. I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Bye. Hope you had fun.